Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 23 plate, very high specification Cupra Formentor. We'll run through some of the high specification as we go around the vehicle. Cared for and maintained to a very high standard with Cupra main agent service history. Starting with the front of the car, get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the vehicle. Front of the car really couldn't be any better. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can see some absolute minute stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them just so you can see how insignificant they are. Have to be very close to even notice them at all. As I said, front of the car really couldn't be any better. As I go around the vehicle, I'll get a close up to all of the bumper corners to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. There's also no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper lower down, can also be quite common. Just point out, as part of the high specification, car's got the front and rear parking sensors. Vehicle also has the rear view camera to assist with parking. I will run through some of the other spec as we go around the vehicle. As I look down the entire passenger side of the car, struggling to see any parking dents. I'll get a close up to all of the alloy wheels as I go around the vehicle as well. Starting with the passenger front alloy wheel, struggling to see any marks at all. The car has a full set of premium branded Goodyear tyres fitted, always a sign of a very well maintained vehicle. Everything you would expect from a car with all Cupra main agent service history. Can't see anything negative to point out on the passenger front wing. Moving on to the passenger front door. Exactly the same, struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. Both of the contrast grey mirror covers, free from any scuffs or marks. Also, get low down so you can see there's no marks or damage to the passenger sill. Very easy to go over a high curb, mark or damage the sill. Absolutely not the case with this Cupra. Moving along the passenger door, I'm struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. Get a close up underneath the door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches, can be very common, particularly on the front doors. All the passenger door edge really nice as well, can't spot any chips, again can be quite common. Moving on to the rear door, exactly the same as the passenger front. I'm struggling to see anything to mention at all. Again, no marks underneath the handle or the door edge, nice again. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same, there isn't anything to mention. Bumper corner and trim lower down, free from any scuffs, and that alloy wheel exactly the same as the passenger front. Struggling to see any scuffs or signs of curbing at all. Taking you inside the vehicle from the passenger side, firstly just get a close up to the passenger step, free from any marks or scuffs. Sometimes people drag the feet going into a vehicle, mark the paintwork on the step. Not the case with this Cupra. It's got the full leather interior as part of the high specification. Front seats are heated, and inside the car could not be any better. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the seat. Really no sign of any wear to point out at all. Just lean across and show you the center console as well. Sometimes people jump in, put keys, coffee cups on the center console, end up marking the console, but not the case with this Formentor. Car's had the genuine overmats fitted from brand new, so there's no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells either. Get a close up to the passenger footwell to highlight that. I will get a close up to all the edge of the seats and footwells as I go around the vehicle. No problem with any of the door cards. Quite common on the front doors. See a few scratches around the handle, the trims around the handle, but absolutely not the case. Couldn't be any better inside. The seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Just get a close up to the edge of the seat to highlight that. Also get a close up to the rear of the front seats to show you they are free from any kick marks or scuffs. That can also be common. There's no chips to the step, easy to catch the seatbelt in the rear step. Chip the paintwork slightly, but again, absolutely not the case. No problem with any door card, as I've already said. I've mentioned there's no marks to any of the bumper corners, but also get a close up to the centre of the bumper. Easy to park a little bit too close to someone or something and mark the centre of the bumper, but not the case with this Cupra. Just want to get very low down as well so you can see there's no scuffs to the underside. Onto the tailgate of the car. Again, struggling to see anything to mention. Inside the luggage compartment, exactly the same as the rest of the interior, couldn't be better. Parcel shelf of course is present. They are the genuine mats, fitted from new, doesn't even appear to be much wear to the mats themselves. Carpet perfect underneath there. Just get a close up to the interior plastics just to show you they are free from any scuffs. Also the top of the bumper. Sometimes with these practical size vehicles, people buy them for the large luggage compartments, subsequently end up putting in big items, scuffing the trims, marking the top of the bumper. Not the case with this cherished Cupra. Bumper corner again, free from any scuffs. Looking down the driver's side of the car, same as the passengers, struggling to see any parking dents. Alloy wheel, same as the other two I've already shown you. Can't see any scuffs or signs of curbing. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents to point out. I'm struggling to see even the most minor of stone chips, I really am. All the door edge nice again, underneath the handle exactly the same, no marks or scratches to report. Rest of the door, there isn't anything to mention. I do want to take you into the vehicle from both sides, just so I can show you all the steps, edge of the seats. Repeating myself, seats in the rear look like they've hardly been sat in. Inside the car couldn't be better. No kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the driver's seat. No problem again with any of the door cards. If there's going to be any chips to the door edges, usually on the drivers, but just get a close up again so you can see. Not the case on this Cupra. Same with underneath the handle. If there's going to be any marks or scratches, usually on the driver's door, but struggling to see anything negative to point out at all. I've already said both mirror covers free from any scuffs. Get low down on the driver's side also, so you can see the driver's sill free from any marks or damage. Nothing to mention on the driver's front wing. Final bumper corner free from any scuffs. And onto the final alloy wheel. As I've gone around all four of the alloy wheels, I'm struggling to see any marks at all. Just a little bit of dust off the road on the front wheel arch there. Just wipe that away so you can absolutely see not a mark to the paintwork. As I was saying, struggling to see any marks to any of the alloy wheels. It really is a cherished example, going around the entire vehicle inside and out, other than some very, very insignificant stone chips which you have to be very close to even notice at all. Other than them, I'm struggling to see anything to point out. Really is a cherished example, cared for and maintained to a very high standard with all Cupra main agent service history. Full set of premium branded Goodyear tyres, just gives you an indication of the level of care and maintenance afforded to this high specification Formentor. Finally into the vehicle from the driver's side. Driver's step free from any scuffs also. Driver's seat same as the others, couldn't be any better. Absolute minimal wear if any at all. Genuine overmats protected the driver's footwell, no wear to point out. Same with the steering wheel inside and out, really couldn't be better. No problem with the driver's door card. If there's going to be any wear, usually on the drivers again for obvious reasons, but absolutely not the case with this cherished Formentor. It is worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer just to make sure the vehicle is mechanically correct and correct on the road. You can view the 128-point AA inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on our site, so if you are interested in any additional funding to purchase this Cupra Formentor, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our site. Of course, if you need any assistance or any quotes or applications, please just give us a call. We guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the car through an outside finance company or finance broker, please get in touch with ourselves first for the guaranteed lowest rate of finance. Both hire purchase and PCP available on this Formentor. We do have finance eligibility checkers on our website, so if you're unsure whether you'll be approved on finance or interested to see what rate you'll get, you can do a free eligibility checker. It tells you straight away your chances of approval and at what rate, and doesn't affect your credit rating at all. It's just a soft search only. I say again, we guarantee the lowest rate coming direct to ourselves. So any financing needs or interest, please just get in touch with ourselves. I've just been around the vehicle one final time just to make sure I haven't missed anything, and I say again, really is a cherished example. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you need any further information at all about the car, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Hopefully you found the video helpful.